YouTube's great. YouTube's awesome. I'm messing with the algorithm. La la la. Dude, what are you doing? I'm over here. I'm messing with algorithms. I don't know that I really follow what you mean. I mean, we're live. What? Already? Yeah, I already started it. And to start it, you just decided to just start singing about how much you love being on YouTube? Yeah, I thought it would help with the views. It's worked before. I'm pretty sure it'll work again. Only issue is I can't get the camera on the tripod. Why not? Well, I'm a puppet. That's kind of the first thing. Don't really know why I'm the tech guy doing all the audio and visual stuff. Oh, look at that. We got people popping in live on Instagram. You want me to go ahead and add Joe in? I mean, if you feel like it's time to bring Joe in to what you're doing, I would go. I got it. Does Joe need intro music? I mean, you could probably do something for him. I'm gonna hit this button right here. That seems like good Joe music. Now go ahead and hit some not starts that tapped in freestyle. Is that the one with Randy Savage on it? Yeah, it is.
It is. Huh?
What do you mean by that?
It's a good song, Joe.
What's that? Hack the system, Shadow Lord, stay tapped in. Cause I wish to change the world like Eric Clapton. One phone out there.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you guys what we got going on today. We're gonna talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw. Jeremy wants to complain about WWE ticket prices again. That's not what I want. I don't want to complain about them. I have an opinion. Yeah, your opinion sounds a lot like a complaint. He thinks it's alienating wrestling fans. It is doing that. Yeah. We're going to preview AEW Dynamite tonight. Cage match, Joe. Cage match.
Cage match. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a cage match.
What cage match?
You're going to have Samoa Joe and Moxley.
It's in a cage now? Oh, shit. I know it's cage match.
Yeah, it's a cage match, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you hear Suplex? Suplex is going to watch it.
Okay. Go ahead, watch it, y'all.
Apparently, Suplex hasn't been watching AEW since January.
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Yeah, he's a brainwashed E-drone. Dude, you can't say that about people. You got to be careful about what you say. Even though you're saying it joking and the people are laughing along with you, sometimes at you, they may get someone may use it as a platform to be offended. This is something Kenny Omega recently talked about. Yeah, I know. You want to talk about all the things Kenny had to say. You're going to be on one today, aren't you? I mean, I might be. There's a chance. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I don't want to get roped into any of your nonsense. I'm not trying to get in trouble. Anyway, brought to you by Alt Wrestling Tees. Professional wrestling has more than one t-shirt company. Extreme Fight World, Cleveland indie promotion. They have a free show coming up in a few weeks. I think it's in June. What else we got? Real Shoot Wrestling. They have a show coming up this Saturday in Parma. You can go check them out. What else do I got here? Oh, yeah, grab the can. Oh, here you go. There you go. And we are brought to you by Prime. We're not brought to them by... Get the Prime out of here. Oh, that wasn't it? Rebel 8. We're brought to you by Rebel 8. We got a lot of stuff in here, Joe. Jeremy says I'm not allowed to drink it.
I'm still waiting, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he says it'll make me act weird. I don't know.
Depends on how much sugar in it, bad boy.
Doesn't say it's tested on puppets. I don't know if it's okay for a puppet to have it or not. I don't know how I'm even supposed to know if puppets can have energy.
You never know.
Who knows? I mean, I like coffee. Prince Nana Coffee, promo code, don't say the F word. Save some money. Fresh roasted coffee right to your door. You don't even mention that one. That's true. I always forget that we have that. Any other promo codes we have? Yeah, there's like a bunch of them. Go to our link tree. Can't write all this crap down. I got stuff to do. I'm gonna go hang out back there. Joe, good luck with him today.
I will. Don't worry. I got you,
Mark.
man.
Here, I'll put Mark here. Go to your stand, bro. Ah!
Oh, no. Poor Marky.
No, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Joe. The TKO COO has defended raising ticket prices for WWE events.
I saw that.
On the grounds of, it's good for business. Good for business, Joe.
I could say this. I could understand having them for the forefathers of pay-per-views, having them high prices, but you're like like the Chamber, Money in the Bank, Hell in a Cell, Backlash. They shouldn't be that high. Now, Survivor Series kind of like fell off a little bit, but I could say Rumble, Mania, and SummerSlam, they deserve to be a high price. But the rest, nah. Get your ass, hey. Get your ass on my cookie. Hey, my damn cookie.
What cookie is she eating?
Like I said, I said you be good. You can have one of my cookies, but you better back up. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, my dear sister brought to you today by
I want the whipped cream.
Crumble Cookie. See, Crumble. So look at these bad boy.
Don't give me the cream. I want the whipped cream.
Hey, back up. Don't touch the cream. So
Yummy!
You got the crumble cookie.
That one.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, okay, wait, it ain't showing. But, okay.
That's a Caucasian ass cookie.
Yeah, look at there was 4.
Happy birthday, Joe. Today's Joe's birthday, everybody.
Yeah. Get your ass off. Get your ass.
Send him some birthday wishes.
Yeah.
Cream.
Yeah, no, back up. They never get one.
Not sharing those cookies with his child. I don't blame him.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you. But yeah, my sister, I got an alert this morning about 10:30, like 10 o'clock. DoorDash is on the way. I'm like, well, I said, cool. I don't know what it was, but then crumble cookies. I'm like, ooh. I said, you just save me some lunch breakfast.
Carlos dropping you a happy birthday live on Instagram. You guys aren't live on Instagram. You can't tell Joe happy birthday. Put that on.
I mean,
so
ticket
prices for Backlash. You said the slower end shows should be at the high ticket prices. Like prices were, tickets starting at $168.
Yeah.
Went up to $511. The floor seating was a little different. I'm sure day of there were probably some cheaper tickets that were happening at the event. Look, this even when it has just a brief summary, but
yeah.
Front row high as $1,700. Someone paid $1,700 to sit front row at Backlash.
Whoa. What was in the package? Was it like one of them big packages where you go backstage, see?
This doesn't say that.
Okay.
So you're telling me somebody paid $1,700 to sit front row for a premium live event that was 5 matches, and it was equal time in ring, and nothing happened.
You'd be surprised if people pay for it. Yes, so I believe somebody paid 17 because it'll depend on how many probably 2 people or maybe just one, and it all depends if you got the package with backstage, go down to the ramp, meet and greet, stuff like that. It all depends on that package for 17.
Dude, I'm gonna bet you this was $1,700 to be ringside at a premium live event that John Cena was the main event, and Randy Orton, who was in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like, this is something I've mentioned several times now, and now with the TKO COO coming out, ticket prices aren't going to go down. They're actually probably going to go up because it's good for business. Like, there's a demand, and people are willing to pay it, so we're going to charge it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's bad long term. I think it's very good short term. It's good for the P&L, but I don't think this is good for wrestling fans. It's good for live event fans. Live event fans want to go and be part of a WWE event. I don't think this is necessarily a wrestling fans are paying this kind of pricing to go to these shows. I just don't think that's happening.
I think I know what's going to happen.
What do you got? What do you think?
I'm going to say this. If they do decide to keep going, the only reason why I can think of they trying to rise prices up is they're going to have people like me and you that will just decide to sit at home and watch it. And then basically they'll probably will bring back the WWE Network and they'll probably go from 10
we
to
have
20.
Peacock, we have Netflix, we have, there's great viewing at home, especially for guys our age. And everyone knows Joe labels me as a bit antisocial. I might be a little. I don't listen, man. I like being comfortable, and here's my gripe. And people, whenever I talk about this, we get hit with all these things of Jeremy's anti-casual wrestling fan, and I'm not really. Sometimes I do get a little turned off by whenever the thing I like gets super popular, but I'm not anti-casual fan. That's not what I am.
Yeah.
I'm very pro families and little kids getting to go to wrestling shows because I believe professional wrestling should be a family event.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it shouldn't be we need to finance these tickets for our family to go to a live wrestling show. It shouldn't be going on Afterpay. No one should be putting this shit. It should be affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And financially, I'm in a different place than a lot of people are in. I get it. But even I won't pay the prices they want for WWE events.
Like I said, No Way Out when it was in Cleveland, 18, 3 tickets literally cost me $280.
That's
altogether.
fair.
That was the best one ever. $280. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, but I thought it was gonna be more than that. But nah. But then front row seat used to be, if I remember. Okay, so the front row seat they used to be when there's pay-per-views roughly $120, and then it was like a live Raw about $70 depending on it.
Yeah, and I feel like that was fair pricing, right?
Yeah. But then, like I said, all depends on what pay-per-view was there because No Way Out wasn't like a spectacular pay-per-view that everybody wanted to see. You got like Mania, Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, the 4 that everybody dies to see. Now, I can understand WrestleMania and SummerSlam being high prices since they are like the big events everybody want to see. Oh, damn it. No.
What? What'd you do? What'd you break?
My Easy Pass is renewed.
Man, I think I can understand Mania being a high ticket. I can understand SummerSlam being high, especially SummerSlam's 2-night event, right?
Yeah.
I can get these big name, these big shows. Rumble. I'm down with it. I think it's acceptable for it to be that price. But I don't think that overall, it shouldn't be affordable for kids. And that's why I really feel like I encourage local indie shows to really like make it a family event. Make it affordable for kids to be able to see live pro wrestling. I think that's what pro wrestling is supposed to be for fans. Kids are supposed to be able to see real life superheroes and be able to go and see it live. It's not just on TV. And I just feel like long term, I think what TKO is doing with ticket prices, I think it alienates it alienates wrestling fans and it keeps them away from the live product.
But here's another thing you got to think about. You got to think about concerts. Even concerts today, their ticket price be woo.
Concerts aren't. It's not affordable. It's not. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We got the drop in there for the next. Like I was saying when we opened the show, Extreme Fight World's next show, general admission is free.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the family, bring the kids.
Yeah, but if you look at ticket prices, like for instance, Beyonce, ooh, that's like, oh man, what was it? Somebody paid what, $2,000 just to see Beyonce.
So
and then you got the little Chris Brown where you paid $1,000 to meet Chris Brown backstage, get a picture and autograph with him. But then on top of that, you still got to pay.
When I say this, if I'm paying $1,000 to meet Chris Brown, I'm gonna need Chris Brown to try to put hands on him. We're gonna have to scrap.
Nah, and then on top, you don't know what the price of the ticket's gonna be. So there are literally people buying that $1,000 just to meet Chris Brown. And
so this kind of brings me to, like, we talked about it before. We talked about live attendance for shows and where the casual fans and I hate saying IWC, but the IWC as a whole, well, WWE is the better product because there's more people there and more people are watching and paying these crazy ticket prices. When, to the contrary, there's so much better professional wrestling out there other than what WWE puts out. I love WWE. I love the show. But Will Ospreay said it recently that AEW is better in-ring product. So you use the comparison to talk about giant pop stars, the Beyonce's, Chris Brown's, and what their ticket prices are like. And millions of people every year pay a shitload of money to go and see Taylor Swift perform.
mm-hmm.
But there's better music out there. There's better artists. There's Taylor Swift can sell out Brown Stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
She could put 80,000 people in that stadium, no questions asked, because it sell out in 12 hours. But there's a better artist performing at the Agora on a random Wednesday night. They may not be the star level that she is, but that doesn't mean she's better at the art.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if Extreme Fight World's going to show where general admissions be a great opportunity for a family to go for the youngins in the group to see some artists performing at a different type of venue on a different scale where it's not the big glitz and the glamour of WWE, but it's still a piece of professional wrestling as an art, as a sport. I think that shit's great. And I think kids should also get to be able to afford to see the huge production that is WWE. It shouldn't just be for influencers. It shouldn't be for people who are willing to put it on Afterpay and go in debt and drop $600 per ticket and have to put them on a credit card that's at a 23% interest rate and never pay the show.
One more thing. You got to think, I could say this. Another thing that's pretty high it's like Disney on Ice and Paw Patrol. Now, let me tell you something. Them things, man.
Dude, what are prices like for that shit now?
It's like $80.
For one ticket? Or for like a 4-pack?
For one ticket, $80.
No way.
like kid. You know how they got the kids' reigns? Yeah. So
Are you taking her to it?
I was going to until I started looking at it. I'm like $80. Like, ooh, girl. I'm like, girl, we gotta.
Crazy. Oh, I'm so glad my child is grown.
I was like, I said, Then on top of that, I was thinking about the parking, then the food they got in there, then all the toys he'll probably want. I was like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be too expensive. Let's not even talk about merch at a WWE show. The shirts are off. The shirts are off.
I know.
Not wearing one of our shirts today. I wish I was. Yeah,
Cool.
shirts at WWE show are not great.
That's a lot of things. They need to shirts. Okay, just a theme song. They got to fix a theme song. That's all I got to say about it.
You are on one with entrance music lately. Whose entrance music has you pissed off today?
Okay, I can go on. Okay, like the Austin Theory, his original one, that was good.
Yeah.
8 times. Then the Judgment Day, their original song with the other side, that was way better than what they got now. You got the Street Profits. That song just sounds like a rip off of Solo Sokola.
All the music sounds the same. Like no one has music that stands out other than John Cena, Randy Orton, and Penta.
Yeah.
Everybody else's music sounds the same. I don't know who's coming out ever. Is NXT any better?
NXT, they got their little theme song, but they ain't up there yet. But they good. And then Tamatanga and Jacob Fatu, when he came out that one day, I thought that was Jacob Fatu, but they sound similar alike, just without the cool. That was it.
So much of it is so similar. It's really kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. So So I maybe I am on one with the theme songs. Yeah.
And let's talk about Raw. Again, another week goes by. Nobody won for When the Bell Tolls. So everyone check us out live on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, we have had another week go by where no one won for When the Bell Tolls. We'll be playing again next Monday live on Instagram. So make sure you get in there and join in the fun.
I'm always a minute off.
So you had it as 8:24. I watched it at 8:23, but I may have been a little bit off. But either way, I mean, like, so close, yet no winner. It seems literally impossible for it to keep happening that
way. I just see when I hit a bell, I just look over at Alexa, boom, see the time right there. Booyah.
Raw started off kind of as we expected, right?
I see. I knew there was gonna be like a tag team match at it. I wouldn't think about Sami Zayn.
Yeah, you picked up on that. We'll get to that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
In a minute.
Okay.
But I kind of want to talk about Punk's promo and Jey Uso's promo, respectively.
Okay.
Punk kicking off the show was kind of how I said it would go. I kind of thought Punk would start things off. It just didn't feel like a Punk promo to me. I didn't feel like it was like as impassioned, as enraged as his promo should have been when addressing betrayal by Paul Heyman. Like, I get it. It's happened before. I get it.
This is like his. This is like a normal feud Punk talking. He wasn't talking like a rivalry that he had going on. This was just like a, hey, I'm starting a new feud with somebody Punk talking. So it wasn't like a deep, serious promo he had. It was just like your average day promo.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like the one he cut on The Rock, standing on the commentary table, was better, 1,000,000% better than the one he cut on Paul Heyman. Kind of should have been the other way around.
Yeah.
And I get we were just getting to the attack. Like, it was just time filler for them to attack him and Sammy to make the save, but
Yeah, but
it was a solid B. Solid B opening. Like, it wasn't bad. I just kind of thought it was going to be more like, I don't know. I guess I was just expecting a little bit more aggression.
I was expecting somebody besides Sammy, but hey, it happens.
So, Sammy and Punk versus Rollins and Breakker. Saturday night's main event.
Yep.
Sami Zayn turning heel? Yeah or no? Or are you a tweener? You think he's turning? Is Sammy the third man?
Here's the thing. Sammy good by himself. He don't need to heel. He don't need to be a heel turn. And you think, if you look at Sammy's career, every time he was a heel, he was like a sarcastic heel. And he did it by himself. And he was better off.
Like the whole activist thing was kind of tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, like when he said,
comedy bit.
Anything, even AEW, you know, that when he's solo, he's better. But if he goes with a group, it just ain't right. It won't. He won't fit. Sammy just got that face. His face is just too of a nice face to make you believe he's a heel.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people and got a lot of things like, Sammy's definitely turning. You think Sammy's turning? Like, I get why people might want, but would you ever believe Sami Zayn is a heel now? Like, you could turn him, and it would be like, and again, TKO is all about the views. It would get some views. Mm-hmm. You could turn him, sure.
Yeah.
But Sami Zayn was never, like, hasn't been a heel in a long time. Like, he joined the Bloodline and remained a babyface as part of a heel faction.
Yeah.
Like, he was never viewed as a heel as part of the Bloodline. He should have been. He betrayed his friend Kevin Owens. That was a heel move. And somehow KO was the bad guy. I guess if you look back at it retrospectively, like, I feel like in the moment, people probably booed Sammy. But looking back on it, that's not how that's viewed. No one looks at that as Sammy being a heel. They just think Sammy was part of the cool bloodline, not whatever the hell it is soloist goes.
Nah, everybody cheered for Sammy when he joined heel. Sammy.
Yeah. We were happy that Sammy got accepted into the group we were supposed to hate. Kind of not really what that booking should have been.
Yeah, that's why I said Sammy, he wouldn't fit in with that, with Seth and Breakker.
I think it would be just it would be for the pop of the live crowd, the eyeballs over the weekend after it happens, and then there would be no path forward because I just don't think Sammy is a believable heel.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go with that character as a heel. I'm not sure there's a lot of places to go right now with him as a babyface either. But at least that's what we know.
Mm-hmm.
So We had the visual of Sammy and Jay and Punk in the ring together. Very Shield-esque.
I saw that.
Right? So, again, I ask, is there going to be a third man in the Dangerous Alliance?
Nah.
You still say no?
I'm still stick. They don't need it. They cool with them too. It's like think of it like the new version of Sean and Big Daddy Cool.
I can see it. I feel like there should be a third man. My pick was Jeff Cobb, and they're going to waste him with Solo Sikoa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the third man should be. Like, whenever we look at that three-man dynamic, you have your mouthpiece, which is Seth. You have your enforcer, which is Breakker.
Mm-hmm.
Your original pick of a tag team being A-Town Down Under.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know who an individual is that fits now. It has to be someone who you could see being under Heyman. Who's someone else who could be a Paul Heyman guy?
What's his name? A-Town Under. Not Austin Theory, but
Grayson Waller?
Grayson Waller.
Maybe.
Grayson
Maybe,
Waller.
man. Maybe.
But then again, if you really need somebody to make them get more heat, who's on Raw right now? Raw.
I wish it could be the Creed brothers. I wish we weren't doing American Made. The Creed brothers could be part of this. Honestly, like, I would like to see that.
Yeah, I'll say the only other person on Raw that could probably fit in perfectly if he goes to full time be Logan Paul.
And maybe, Logan Paul's one I kind of want to talk about today too. I've been a fan of Logan Paul's in-ring work. Kenny Omega made some comment that he thinks one day WrestleMania is going to be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast. And I don't think it's going to get that dramatic. However, you think about what they did, not this past Monday, but last Monday. Logan Paul's interaction with Jey Uso didn't happen during the show. It happened after the show to get 16 million views across social media, yada, yada, that whole thing. So they don't even care about the wrestling product. They care about how many views and how many clicks the little snip gets. Like, this is just me.
Okay.
If 7 seconds of a YouTube short or an Instagram reel is the most important piece of your 2.5-hour wrestling show, you have a bad wrestling show. I'm not saying Raw's bad, but I'm saying if from a production standpoint, from a dollars and cents, if that's the most important piece, the product you have isn't the product you think you have. You don't have a wrestling product. You have something else disguised as a wrestling product, which is okay. If it's a variety show disguised as a wrestling product, okay, I get it. If it's Saturday Night Live disguised as a wrestling product, I understand. But you can't, as a wrestling fan, look at that and go, what that is, what AEW is, what EFW is, what RSW is, are the same thing.
But you got to think of it like this, business-wise. The real Got what? You said over 1 million views?
16 million views in 48 hours or some shit like that.
And you got to think from business side point. 7 to 10 seconds. If as many people watch that reel, they will still get paid for it.
Yeah.
And that's why they put that 10 seconds up. 10 seconds. All you need is 10 seconds. They got money right there.
There's so many factors. You know what I mean? Like 16 million views. Okay, how many million are bots? 8?
I don't know.
There's the dead internet theory that half of all accounts across anything online are bots. Or somehow some type of dead account. So if we take 16 million views, we cut it in half, that's 8 million. 8 million views, how much engagement? How many likes? How many comments? More importantly, how many comments and interaction? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. And then again, of those views, how many are wrestling fans? How many are Logan Paul fans? How many are just seeing a thing? North Coast Comics, join us live on Instagram. Go get some comic books, people. Reading is fundamental. It's easier if there's pictures.
I will say this. From what also they say, most people would pay the right person a certain amount to create their little bots so it can go on. So if they did pay somebody to do the bots, they paid.
Since starting Don't Say the F Word, podcast, live shows, YouTube, the articles I've written, I couldn't even begin to guess the number of marketing companies that have reached out in an attempt to get me to buy followers, to buy likes. They offer packages. Buy likes, you buy followers, you buy subscribers. You can buy bots to comment on your shit. You can totally buy the engagement. It's all fake. None of it's real. No one's real. You can buy views. You can see there's view farms. People have their entire business. They have walls, phones, signed into different Google accounts. So they're just going through. And for this amount of time, all these phones are going to watch this YouTube video. And people are sitting there going, like, boom, 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 boom. 30,000 phones.
I believe it.
Game in the system. Don't get me wrong. Hey, you're getting some of that Google money. I'm here for it. But it's not real.
I know it's not real.
And we don't say the F word here, but that shit ain't real. 16 million people watching Logan Paul punch Jey Uso. That's not 16 million WWE fans. That's not 16 million wrestling fans. And what the hell brings them back next week? They're not going to buy the ticket. It's too much money for a thing that you haven't gotten them to like. I'm all for celebrities in pro wrestling. It all makes sense to me. I totally get it. It's been around forever. All of our lives, there's been celebrity involvement, and it's done what it's needed to do. But people can't mistake what celebrity involvement is today. That's generating longevity in the product being successful. Back in the front row, third row with rappers and influencers and all this stuff, and all the people who their things are subsidized by WWE to speak positively of them and negative of somebody else, to do these different things. They're really pumping up those views with even more bots. That's not sustainable. That's not building longevity and fandom of the product. Eventually, all that shit falls apart.
Hey, eventually, but them bots, I don't know.
It's wild. Wild thing.
I would say this. Depending on, like, we'll just say overseas, where some don't got Netflix at this very moment with Raw on it. they might have to watch the reels to see what happened, recaps and all that stuff, and that's probably the only way to watch it for those who don't got Netflix. I could see.
It serves a purpose.
I could say a couple million probably do that, but I don't know about 16.
It serves a purpose for sure. I just don't think that it's, if you're pandering the product to being that, you're not building longevity down the road. And this is real important. I could be wrong. Like, I know I could be wrong. I just don't see how it's like a sustainable thing. I don't think it's actually like helping viewership. It's just saying this number is good. So if I was in charge and my ratings on Netflix were down, but I had 16 million views on this thing, I'm talking about the 16 million views. There's one thing I've learned in all my years of corporate business. Numbers never lie, but liars use numbers. Always talk about the good number. Whatever the good number is, that's the important one. None of the other metrics matter this week. All that matters is how many people looked at it on, I don't know, Flip-Flop, a new social media platform we're part of. That's what everyone watched it on. 16 million people seen it there. Then your Netflix viewership go down? Not important anymore. You don't pay attention to that. Now it's all about the Flip-Flop. People are watching it on their shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is.
I just say this. I can't say how the streaming service viewership works because they got their own type of thing, but
No one can tell you.
yeah, that's why I wouldn't go based off what
comedians who have done specials on Netflix don't understand the numbers for the viewership, and Netflix doesn't really tell them either. Then I heard a thing from a comedian. I can't remember who it was. Somebody's talking about their special or something. It had to have been a podcast or something I was listening to. And so they did their special, and like whenever they talk about how like it used to be, or you do like an HBO special or something, and they would come back with like, this is how many views it got night one, this is this is your ratings, blah blah blah. And sometimes the deal you get cut with people with their specials where like at certain thresholds of viewership over time, like you get different like kickback dollars from ad revenue. And they did their special for Netflix, and they got of course they made good money, whatever. They asked how it was doing. And the response they got from Netflix was, doing fine, doing good. And they're like, normally you'd say, how's it doing? They would tell you, they'd break it down. And the answer they got was, it's doing good. And they said they sent another like thing, like, well, no, like, how's it doing? Yeah. And the response was, it's doing good, and we expect it to do better in the third quarter of the year. We expect it to pick back up, so it's like dipping down, but it's going to come back up. And our people usually watch more stand-up comedy. Like, yeah. So they're not even telling the people, like, they keep those numbers so close to the vest because like they have different ways where they can promote it. They can come back later on and they can tell you this is the top 10 thing for viewership. They can circle back on. Kind of weird.
3. Yeah, it's weird. But you gotta think about it. I think they go based off of the first day, the actual live event when it happens live. But they don't think about people who don't want to watch it probably at 8 o'clock, and then you gotta look at 3 or 4 comedians, and then the real show don't start till about 11-ish or midnight. Yeah. So then you got the people that watch it, and then they tell somebody else, like, hey, fast forward to, we'll say 3 hours and 45 minutes, and then you'll get the show started.
Oh, we got Finn Bálor and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
2 of the most influential pro wrestlers of the last 20 years battled it out on Raw, and it wasn't the main event.
Put it back.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, that would tell you that we had a great Raw. I would argue Raw was not great. I think this match was a lot of fun. Definitely an A match. What else was it going to be? But after this match, the show completely fell apart.
Oh, hey,
I literally fell asleep for Becky Lynch's promo, missed the entire thing. I don't know if it was good. Was it good?
I ain't watch it.
I have something here that says man delivers a mic drop. Let's see if this will play.
I won. I won, and you couldn't see yourselves in me anymore because you can't recognize success because all you know is failure.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a lame ass shitty heel promo. Whenever I woke up after my nap during this promo, my lovely wife, your sister, said, you missed it. Becky Lynch got a promo. Like, oh, really? I missed it? And I don't think I really missed it. Just, no, weird thing. No accent the entire time. Yeah, she didn't have her Irish accent. It's gone.
But it's weird. I like myself more. And I didn't understand what...
Yeah, not much of an accent anymore.
Yeah. She getting the Iowa accent. She's starting to get her English on correct.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Not you.
Overall for Raw, what do you give that show?
I'll give it a solid C.
See? That's generous. I would go with probably, and C's actually probably fair. I'm probably being a dick by saying that's just generous. Yeah, I'd say a C is probably fair. Nothing really spectacular, in my opinion, from Raw. It was a good show. AJ and Finn was good.
And they're bringing back Sheamus and Grayson Waller fight next week on Raw.
Yeah. Which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, the women's tag team match, that was decent. It was good.
You enjoyed it?
It was good. I could say Roxanne and the other girl, they're making their way up to the main roster, doing good. So you got to build up for the future. And right now, they mostly got women, not enough men. So they got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Got AEW Dynamite tonight, Joe, in Chicago, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to this show.
Yeah.
We got Zach Gowen is making a return to pro wrestling.
You know, I did not know that was him when I seen him when they took the leg. But yeah, that was funny.
I'd seen some stuff that he's been doing some, still staying like connected to wrestling in a lot of ways, but it's interesting that they're using him and they're having Ricochet do it. Ricochet's having a career renaissance as a heel in AEW. So anything that you do to get more heel heat on Ricochet, like his entire activity on social media is some of the best heel shit ever. And I can't believe other wrestlers are taking the bait.
Oh yeah.
Devon Evans.
Devon
Yeah.
Evans.
Took the bait. And someone should have taken his Twitter away from him. Like, you're literally letting Ricochet make you look dumb. Oh, Tony Khan a crackhead.
Your boss a crackhead. That was. I'm like, dang.
Ricochet could have used a lot of things there. Whenever he said that about Tony, there's a lot to be said about the brass of WWE, who runs things and who has run things. Kudos to Ricochet for biting his tongue, which brings me to something Kenny Omega mentioned recently about why they can't do being the elite anymore. Because even though they were, joking constantly and it was all in good fun, they were never trying to offend anyone. That nowadays someone would get offended and attack them. And
really?
Yeah.
I thought that was the reason they stopped being
here you go.
Hangman, Cody. It was like all of us, respectful, polite individuals, always trying to do things. We would never go out of our way to maliciously hurt anybody. And if ever we did anything in character in that manner, it was to tell a story and ultimately be in jest.
Sure.
But as the times changed, and I was actually recently watching some old clips back when I was joking around with the Bucks because they were going through some old footage. We're just laughing at all these old scenes. We're just doing the silliest of things. And it's like we knew we were joking. People loved what we were doing back then, and they're all laughing with us and at us, and we loved that they were. But we're just like, man, isn't it kind of sad that we just can't do it anymore?
Absolutely.
And it's like, yeah, and it's like, who did we hurt by doing this? Nobody. Who would we hurt if we did it again today? Nobody. But it would offend somebody, and then that somebody would go out of their way to make sure they would hurt us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get his point.
First and foremost,
I get his point.
I loved being the elite. It helped me become a wrestling fan again. It bums me out that it's not a thing.
That cease and desist did it. That was funny.
Dude, they kept going after that. That shit was funny. They used it as a bit. But you know, man, he's right. Now that AEW exists to the level that it does, and these guys are the stars they are, now they would have people who would have taken those jokes in stride then. Now it would be a problem. Because now they're kind of, I don't want to say they're a threat to the establishment, they kind of are. Like, F the Revival was hilarious. Now if they were making fun of WWE Tag Team, you would have the internet would be on fire with people crying because all they do is sell out bingo halls, whatever else dumbasses would say.
Bingo. Oh, they'll say you can't get in the Rocket Mortgage, but you can get in the World State Building.
Yeah, it'd be things like that. You know, and Kenny's comment like kind of struck a nerve with me because I often find myself needing to delete my comment on a post or alter my captions on our post. So like, you know what, man, if I say how I feel, someone's going to take it, someone's going to make it something. And so I'm often deleting. I'm like, you know what, man, like, because people would take things out of context.
Yeah.
People will take things and make it be something that it isn't. And people really like to be offended.
You know the best way to do it? The best way to make people don't get offended? You say what you want. This is what I do. I just put my 2 cents down, what I think, and then I just add something to go along with, laughable with it, so people can agree and disagree with me and nobody won't come at me.
Just throwing the LOL.
Yeah, just throwing the LOL. Throwing the emoji.
I'm a big fan I'm a big fan of stirring the pot sometimes. Like I'll play devil's advocate and I'll argue a side of something that I don't even agree with, just to make the point. But I will often find myself like, be something and I'll comment and I'm like, I'll get them right in my thing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna delete it. Someone's gonna take what I'm saying, they're gonna twist it, they're gonna make it something that it's not, and then next thing I know, I'm engaged in an argument with someone whose opinion I don't value.
I know. Yeah.
And that's always been for me. It's like, man, first of all, whoever posted the thing probably doesn't actually care about my opinion as much as I don't care about whoever's going to reply back to me. So what's the point? Whatever. Let it go.
I'll say the thing. I'll be seeing some of your comments. I'll say the main thing you need to do is just cut back. You got to pick a big paragraph. Just put 2 sentences down.
I got a lot of words, Joe.
I know you
Joe,
got
I
words.
have a lot of words inside. Got a lot of shit to get off my chest.
I know. That's why I say just go from paragraph to
just summarize it.
Summarize.
I'll start taking what I was gonna post. I'm gonna throw it in Chat GPT and like, can you summarize this? Knock it down to 4 bullet points.
There you go. Yeah.
But I think it's sad that BTE can't exist. Kind of bums me out a bit.
I thought it was just sudden no. Maybe they just probably just said, hey, we ain't got the original, so there's no point of it. But I get it. Some people will take the joke and then fire back, and then probably tack them somewhere at a hotel or somewhere, and then it would go out and get our hands. So I get it.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is Tony Khan doing with AEW?
I say,
Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page versus Takeshita and Josh Alexander.
yeah.
Take my money.
Okay, I'll say this. I'll say the wrestling.
It's an amazing match.
Yes, I'll say the wrestling fan in Tony, the kid he is, he sees the people he got. He knows the matches people want to see. And so he'll talk to Will, let's say for instance, Will and Kyle Fletcher. We'll just throw them out there since everybody's seen them. Bam. He probably had him do it once. One first time match. He felt the crowd reaction. He said, let's do it a second time. Keep getting that crowd. He knows who to put together to get that crowd reaction. And the wrestlers that know each other well knows whose move to take, how to do the moves and everything. So I say he's being a child businessman, giving people their dreams, and he is letting them do the match, produce the match, so they know how to get the fans' reaction. And then Tony will just, okay,
Dude,
sounds
that
perfect.
match is going to be so good. It's going to open the show, I believe. And it's going to be so good. And then you talk about he knows who to put with who. So then I got to ask you, what's Bobby Lashley going to say to MJF? Is MJF joining the Hurt Syndicate tonight in Chicago?
I say this. Bobby probably is going to say, I'll let you in the Hurt Syndicate. You just screw up one time, you're out.
Do you think MJF turns on the Hurt Syndicate? Or do you think it just becomes he screws up and they kick him out?
They kick him out. They screw him. I say this. Until Cedric Alexander is under that 90-day complete clause is up, I say they just using MJF. And then when the time comes, Cedric attacks him, kicks him out the group. And MVP, he's going to feel sorry for it, but business is business. And
we also have AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator 4-way match. Shirakawa, Skye Blue, Toni Storm. I don't understand what a Eliminator 4-way match is. And if you're world champion in it, so whoever wins this gets a world title shot? What happens if she wins? She face herself?
I'll say it's probably, let's say, whoever wins gets the title shot. But if she wins, she gets to pick out of the three who she want to face. That's all that I think of.
Then we have what we've all been waiting for.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mox versus Joe. Joe's gonna kill you inside of a steel cage. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, let's do this.
Yeah.
You have the AEW World Championship match. Jon Moxley versus Samoa Joe inside of a steel cage. Is that good? I'm telling you I can be a ring announcer, son. Shit.
I can't clap right now.
I know you can clap. I would say this. I want Joe to win just because it's my birthday. That's all, y'all. I want Joe to win for my birthday.
Joe to win for Joe?
That's right.
Joe's right here.
I want Samoa Joe to win this match so bad that I know he's going to lose. But I want him to win so bad.
It all depends on how that steel cage is looking. If that steel cage is like sturdy, wobbly.
Dude, it's going to be the AEW steel cage is impressive.
Yeah.
This is my only bummer. The last steel cage match was Ospreay and Fletcher. Nothing's going to compare. Nothing will compare Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Samoa Joe and Jon Moxley aren't going to be able to do it.
That's what I said. I
Match
say
be fine.
If I had to pick, Wheeler would probably climb over that fence. I think Wheeler can do it better than Claudio's.
How do you think Moxley beats Samoa Joe?
I can't say because I ain't never seen him in a steel cage match. I have not seen. I seen Joe in a lot of steel cage matches. If you count the X division,
We got AJ asking if we're going whenever WWE comes to Cleveland. I don't know. You missed it. We were talking about ticket prices for these damn things. They ain't cheap. And I ain't got that lean meat money.
Let's see here. Only way Mox can win. Lord help me. She's gonna win. He gonna win with. They toss something over the ring, over the steel cage, or I ain't never seen it happen.
There's a part of me that thinks that the Young Bucks assist, that they handcuff Joe to the cage or something.
Maybe. But I really think
Make Mark pay. Mark still owes gambling debt to Stan.
I think they either slide him in some what could fit. Probably a hammer. A hammer could probably fit through that cage. Or
something.
Or what if he bring back Spike? That'd be great. They bring back Spike.
They just stole it from Edge.
Yeah.
They found it under the ring.
Yeah.
You think there's going to be any surprises? I mean, it's an AEW event in Chicago. They've given it a name. It's not just Dynamite. It's Dynamite Beach Break. Is there going to be any type of a surprise? Anything?
Nah, if this is their special Dynamite, there won't be no surprise. They got the match lined up, so that's about it. I don't think no surprise. Unless they just
for your birthday, I hope Samoa Joe wins. Yeah. I also just want to see Moxley lose, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I know.
Joe, you got anything to tell the people for your birthday before we get out of here?
All right. If y'all feel so kind and generous, y'all could just send me something. I don't care what it is. Be kind, nice. I'm not a picky person, y'all. Not a picky person.
They're just wants more cookies.
I had 2 of these cookies. They good. I'm just saying. They great.
You know your daughter's going to eat the other one, right?
I'm going to give her one. She don't know it yet, but I'll give her one. She'd be good.
Give her half of one. She don't need a whole one.
She probably ain't get half. She probably get like a little, like a slice of cheese. That's about it.
That's messed up, man. All right, Joe. Happy birthday. Thank you for hanging out with us on your birthday. Thank you, everyone. Check out live on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Thank you guys for being there. This ends up on Rumble. That's amazing. Let's see if that works out. We'll be back over the weekend wrestling show. Everybody enjoy Dynamite tonight. We're out.